This is a story called The Little Monsters, chapter 179. The kids do their first ever work experience. The kids are at school when the big kids teacher, Mr. Peace, says, "Sit down and settle down, please, guys." As soon as everyone sat down and everyone was settled, Mr. Peace did the register. Then he said, "Right, everyone, when I call your names, I need you all to come up here so that we can discuss what kind of work experience you all want to do." The first one to be called up was Paul Pease, and his dad, Mr. Pease, said to him, "Paul, I know we spoke about this at home, but are you still adamant that you want to be a primary school teacher?" Excuse me. "Yes, Dad, it's all I've ever wanted to do," said Paul Pease. "Are you sure that you're not just saying that for my benefit because I'm your dad and I'm a teacher?" asked Mr. Pease. "No, Dad, it's what I really want to do," answered Paul. "Well, in that case, would you like me to arrange for you to do your work experience here in the lower end of the school, or would you rather go to another school?" asked Mr. Pease. "I'd like to do it here, please, Dad, if that's okay," answered Paul. "That's fine, son. I'll arrange that for you. You can sit down now," said Mr. Pease. "Okay, thanks, Dad," said Paul. Paul sat down and then Mr. Pease said, "Joanne Strawberry, can you please come up here?" Joanne went over to Mr. Pease and he said to her, "Joanne, do you know what you want to do for your work experience?" "I'd like to do it in a private nursery school over the road from my house, please, sir. I help out there sometimes during the school holidays, so I know the staff and the kids, sir," said Joanne. "Right, I'll do my best to get you in there, but I can't promise anything. Will you go to any nursery if I can't get you in there?" said Mr. Pease. "Yes, sir. If it's far away, my parents will take me or I'll get the bus," said Joanne. "Okay, sweetheart, tell your Mark to come up, please," said Mr. Pease. Excuse me. Joanne went back to her seat and told her brother Mark to go to Mr. Pease. Mr. Pease asked him, "What kind of work experience do you want to do?" "I want to be a mechanic, sir, so I'd like to do my work experience in my brother's garage." "He said I could as long as it was okay with the school," answered Mark. I didn't realise that was your brother's garage. That's my car they're working on," said Mr. Pease. "He's only been open for a few weeks, sir. He took over from my granddad because he'd had enough and he wanted to retire, sir," said Mark. "Well, I can't see there being a problem then. I'm going over there at lunchtime, so I'll speak to your brother then," said Mr. Pease. "Okay, thank you, sir," said Mark. Mark sat down and then Mr. Pease asked Sarah Lettice to go up to the front and he said to her, "Sarah, what do you want to do for your work experience?" "I want to work with special needs kids, please, sir," answered Sarah. Excuse me. "What made you choose that, Sarah?" "That's a very challenging job, one of the hardest jobs to do," said Mr. Pease. "Well, my younger sister has autism and my little brother has cerebral palsy. They don't have it bad, but my auntie's little boy has cerebral palsy and he has it bad. He can walk with a frame, but he uses his wheelchair a lot. He can talk and he's incredibly funny, loving, friendly and clever, sir," said Sarah. "Wow, Sarah, sounds like your family have it tough. Do they all go to a special school?" said Mr. Pease. "No, sir, they go to the lower end of this school. But my sister turned 11 yesterday, so she'll move into this part of the school in September, said Sarah. Okay, well, I'll ring the special school around the corner and see if they'll take you, said Mr. Pease. Okay, thank you, sir, said Sarah. Then Claire Tomato went up and Mr. Pease asked her, what do you want to do for your work experience? I'd like to do the same as Sarah if she doesn't mind, sir, answered Claire. That's fine with me, sir, said Sarah. Okay, I'll arrange that for you both, said Mr. Pease. Then Mikey Cucumber went up and Mr. Pease asked him, Mikey, what would you like to do for your work experience? I want to be a firefighter, sir. My uncle's a firefighter and he's the manager of the station where he works. And he said I can do my work experience there, sir, answered Mikey. Okay, if you give me the name and number, I'll ring for you and sort it out, said Mr. Pease. Okay, thank you, sir, said Mikey. Then Mary Pipper went up and Mr. Pease said to her, what would you like to do for your work experience, Mary? I want to be a police officer, sir, answered Mary. Right, I'll see if I can sort it for you to go to the local police station to do your work experience, said Mr. Pease. Okay, thank you, sir, said Mary. Then Louisa Chilly went up and Mr. Pease said to her, Louisa, do you know what you want to do for your work experience? Yeah, I want to be a flight attendant, sir, answered Louisa. Okay, Louisa, I'll see what I can do, said Mr. Pease. Then Joseph Banana went up and Mr. Pease said, Joseph, what do you want to do for your work experience? Well, sir, me and George want to be an RSPCA inspectors and we want to do our work experience with them, please, sir, answered Joseph. Okay, I'll see if I can organise that for you both, said Mr. Pease. Okay, thanks, sir, said Joseph. Then Kicker went up and Mr. Pease said to her, Kicker, where do you want to do your work experience? Well, I want to be a writer and a historian and I'd like to do my work experience at the local history museum on Millennium Square. Please, sir, answered Kicker. Okay, I'll arrange that for you, said Mr. Pease. Thank you, sir, said Kicker. Then Creeper went up and Mr. Pease asked her, Creeper, what do you want to do for your work experience? I want to be a private nurse and I want to work at Nuffield Private Hospital, please, sir, answered Creeper. Okay, Creeper, I'll see if I can arrange that for you, said Mr. Pease. Thank you, sir, said Creeper. Then Bumper went up and Mr. Pease asked her, Bumper, what do you want to do for your work experience? I want to be an English teacher in a primary school, sir. If it's okay, I'd like to do my work experience here in the lower end of the school, please, sir, answered Bumpy. Okay, I'll try and arrange that for you, sweetheart, said Mr. Pease. Then Stumpy went up and Mr. Pease asked him, what do you want to do for your work experience? I want to be a professional footballer and a chef. I'd like to do my work experience at Leeds United Football Club, if I'm allowed to, please, sir, answered Stumpy. I'm not sure if that's possible, but I'll try my best to arrange it for you, said Mr. Pease. Thank you, sir, said Stumpy. Then Stampy went up and Mr. Pease asked him, Stampy, what do you want to do for your work experience? I want to be a paramedic, sir, and I'd like to do my work experience with the ambulance service, if I can, please, sir, answered Stampy. Okay, I'll try and arrange that for you, Stamper, said Mr. Pease. Thank you, sir, said Stamper. Then Grumpy went up and Mr. Pease asked him, Grumpy, what do you want to do for your work experience? I want to be a scientist and a biologist, sir. I want to do my work experience in a science and biology lab, please, sir, answered Grumpy. Okay, I'll try and organise that for you, said Mr. Pease. Thank you, sir, said Grumpy. One by one, the rest of the class went up and told Mr. Pease what they wanted to do for their work experience. A few days later, after registration, Mr. Pease announced that he'd managed to arrange for each of them to do the work experience that they wanted to do. He gave each of them a letter with the details of their work experience on. Everyone was really happy and they couldn't wait to start. When everyone finished their work experience, they all received fantastic feedback from the staff, making the school very proud. End of chapter 179. Hope you like it, guys. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook and Instagram, please feel free to like, share, comment and to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, please. Take care of yourself, guys. Love yous. Bye.